Educational planning is an essential component of any effective education system. It ensures that resources, policies, and strategies are aligned with the current and future needs of learners, society, and the economy. However, in an ever-evolving world, educational planning cannot be seen as a one-time event or a fixed framework. It must be taught and established as a continuous process, capable of adapting to emerging needs, trends, and challenges. This ongoing nature of educational planning is crucial to maintaining a responsive, relevant, and forward-looking education system. One of the main reasons for this continuous process is the rapid pace of change in various sectors, including technology, society, the economy, and the global environment. These changes significantly influence the skills and competencies needed by students. For example, the integration of digital technologies into all aspects of life has transformed the skills required by the workforce. Educators must plan for and implement new teaching methods and curricula that equip students with digital literacy and critical thinking skills to navigate this digital world. The rapid development of artificial intelligence, for instance, requires schools to consider how emerging technologies can be integrated into the learning process and how students can be prepared for careers in fields that didn't exist a few years ago. As these changes unfold, educational planning must be flexible enough to incorporate such developments and revise existing curricula, policies, and practices accordingly. Furthermore, societal and cultural shifts, such as changing family structures, diverse student populations, and evolving views on inclusivity and equity, demand continuous reevaluation of educational strategies. As demographics shift, educational planning must address the needs of increasingly diverse student populations, ensuring that all learners, regardless of background, have access to quality education. This includes planning for language barriers, differing educational expectations, and adapting teaching methods to suit students with special needs. Failure to continuously reassess and adapt educational planning could result in a failure to meet these emerging needs, leading to disparities in educational outcomes. Economic shifts also necessitate continuous educational planning. Globalization, economic crises, and changing job markets mean that the skills required by employers are continually evolving. A school system that is not agile and responsive to these changes may find its graduates unprepared for the demands of the job market. For instance, the increasing emphasis on entrepreneurship, sustainability, and environmental consciousness requires educational planners to introduce curricula that foster innovation, problem-solving, and eco-consciousness. Continuous educational planning allows schools to stay ahead of these economic and market shifts, ensuring that the curriculum and programs they offer remain relevant and provide students with the tools they need to succeed in an unpredictable world. Moreover, political and policy changes at local, national, and international levels further underscore the need for continuous educational planning. New laws and regulations, such as those related to education funding, curriculum standards, teacher certification, and student rights, can dramatically influence the structure and priorities of educational systems. For example, the rise of online and hybrid learning in response to global crises such as the COVID-19 pandemic led to the urgent need for schools to plan for digital infrastructures, online learning strategies, and remote assessments. Continuous educational planning ensures that educational systems can adapt to such changes, as well as anticipate and prepare for future shifts in educational policy. Continuous educational planning is also essential to maintain the quality and equity of education. By regularly assessing and adjusting plans, school systems can identify gaps in access to resources and opportunities, ensuring that educational benefits are equitably distributed. Monitoring the performance of schools and tracking educational outcomes also allows planners to address disparities between schools, regions, or student populations. Continuous evaluation and adjustment are needed to ensure that every learner has the support they need to succeed. In addition, teaching educational planning as a continuous process encourages a culture of collaboration and professional growth among educators, administrators, policymakers, and community stakeholders. When educational planning is approached as a dynamic, ongoing process, it fosters a more participatory environment where input from all stakeholders is valued. Teachers, for example, can share insights about classroom challenges, while students and parents can offer perspectives on educational needs. This inclusivity helps create more effective and holistic education plans that are responsive to the needs of all involved. In conclusion, educational planning must be taught and established as a continuous process because the needs of students, communities, economies, and societies are constantly evolving. A static, one-time plan is insufficient to address these dynamic and diverse needs. By integrating flexibility, ongoing evaluation, and proactive adjustments into the educational planning process, we ensure that education systems remain relevant, effective, and capable of preparing students for a rapidly changing world. A continuous planning process enables education to evolve in response to new challenges, fostering a learning environment that is adaptive, inclusive, and future-oriented.